Welcome back to my channel. For today's trip, we're heading to Family Dollar. This is one of my go-to spots for budget-friendly items and discount items. A lot of these items are also beginner-friendly, and I'm gonna help you pair some budget-friendly items that are belly-fulfilling and are high in protein, easy to make, fast to make, and then it's one of those meals that you always want to kind of have in your cabinet or in your pantry for those days that you don't feel like cooking from scratch. So come on, let's get started. We're in Family Dollar today. Let's pair up some good items for a meal on a budget. Spam is always a great option to pair with fried eggs or even this mac and cheese. This yellow rice is super delicious and beginner friendly. You can pair it up with your favorite protein and boiled eggs. This jasmine rice is also really delicious, and I like to pair this rice with beans. Simple meal, high protein. If we want to make tacos, these are a good option and great for avoiding fast food lanes. I really love these mashed potatoes. They cook fast, are delicious, and I like to pair them with a Salisbury steak. These canned beans and the tostadas go excellent together. You just add your favorite toppings, any cheese, lettuce, tomato, etc. These are one of my favorite tortillas because they're lower in calories and they're only $1.50 at Family Dollar. I've worked with them, super delicious. These are my favorite beans, and I love this maseca, which I used to make sopes or fresh tortillas. This is my favorite rice. And then you have the sazon for $1.50, or you have the adobo for $2.10, which I like to season my meat with, my rice, just about everything in my whatever I cook in my household. Then we have all these delicious bean options. Goya is top tier when it comes to their products. And look, they even have the tajin chamoy and the little spice seasoning. And I am Mexican, so we pair our food with jalapenos. This is a must-have. Goya sauce, the tomato sauce, we put it in everything, or I do. Now, another option is this peanut butter. Obviously, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I also like to put peanut butter and jelly on bagels. My son loves it. This is a really good hot sauce, and they have so many sauce options. The sauce is the boss when you're adding it to your chicken, to your meat. These are great dressing options, though I usually make mine. Mustard should be a staple in your household. It's great to cook with meats. Of course, burgers, you add them on your ribs to cook and to bind the flavors. And then comparing prices, right, and the ingredient list, the generic tends to keep it very simple and the ingredients very straight to the point, and that's what I love. Because sometimes all we're really doing is paying for the name of the brand when the generic is almost the same and it tastes better at times. We also have our pastas. This is part 2 of our Family Dollar trip. I love these iced teas and sweet teas. I also like getting the vanilla chai from here, and the cozy chamomile is delicious. Now, when I make my husband his cold drinks for lunch, these are my favorite options. The Sonic Cherry Limeade and the lemon or the lime limeade are delicious. There's also different brands and different flavors. They're, again, 0 sugar and $1.25. And this is also a great way to have the kiddos drink as much water as they possibly can. I understand that water is plain and sometimes it gets boring, so I'll add a packet or half a packet, and the Skittle ones is really, really good. My kids love that one. Of course, there's other options here at Family Dollar. I haven't tasted these yet, but they look really good. For $3, you get 20 sticks. I think it's a great deal. Now, cranberry, ladies, we know that we need this. So they have this calorie-friendly one. And I grew up drinking these. They're only $1. And don't let anyone make you feel bad about eating frozen food. There's times where I get frozen food and I just make it taste delicious. You just season well. So these are some of my go-to for the days where it's a busy schedule or I'm running late or I'm on a tight budget for the month. I'll come here. I like to get those chicken breast strips and the patties. I'll deep fry them. The chicken strips, I actually like to add to the salads. A good Caesar salad. I love the frozen veggies, bell pepper and onion. These are great. I like the fruit here too. And these dumplings are my daughter's favorite that she likes to add to her noodles. These are a lifesaver. The burgers and these burritos, high in protein, super belly filling. And then I like to get my butter here. Lunchables are always a go-to, especially if we're in a park. My creamer. And then I always like to get my kiddos a sweet treat. So my son loves these. They're like $6 when you buy them out in the street. So I'll get them a little box, good portion, good price. Everyone's happy. And I also like getting miniature versions of ice cream so that my kids aren't eating so much sugar, or, if it's just a little craving, they have it there. These are really good. These are my son's favorite. I love the Jolly Rancher. And you can never go wrong with the strawberry shortcake. I like Breyer's ice cream when I don't make it homemade. These are my go-to. I'll just add bananas, sprinkles, whipped cream.